Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, yesterday, William Ruto paid the Supreme Court a visit. Now, there was a meeting, and that meeting was to celebrate, I think, the 12 years of the Supreme Court, or the 2010 Constitution. And in that meeting, Ruto made some very, very serious statements there. One, castigating the judiciary, another statement praising the judiciary. But there is one particular statement that was made by the Deputy President, Professor Kithure Kindiki. And in Professor Kithure Kindiki's statement, he talked about national interests and public interest. And based on the statement from Professor Kithure Kindiki, he seems to have told or advised the judiciary to prioritize national interest over public interest. Now, this is what has not sat well with majority of political leaders, political commentators, analysts in Kenya, who have viewed this statement differently. That what Kithure Kindiki is telling the judges is that they should prioritize the policies of the government over the people. Now, this is what is not making OKIYA Omtatah happy at all, because OKIYA Omtatah seems to be finding it very strange that a person of a deputy president's caliber is making his first speech, and the speech is already, according to OKIYA Omtatah, full of errors. Now, I want us to go into this reaction from OKIYA Omtatah. I'll also share a video from Kithure Kindiki regarding those unfortunate remarks which Kenyans have not been in agreement with. So before we get there, please kindly go below there, locate a button with the word subscribe. Please subscribe to this channel. That is the only way you support us, and that is the only way our channel grows. Don't forget to like this video, because that is the only way YouTube shares our content. Thanks so much for your support. OKIYA Omtatah is known to be one of the defenders of the people. That's why you find that those subsequent finance bills, OKIYA Omtatah has been making sure that they go to court, they get debated, and they get some justice on them. But you see, most of the time, you find that the High Court sometimes nullifies, the Court of Appeal, leaves the nullification. You go to Supreme Court, upholds the Court of Appeal decision, and then you find that Kenyans are left stranded. But OKIYA Omtatah has never given up. He has always been championing this. So this story of Deputy President Kithure Kindiki, and I want to share this video so that you can get to understand what really OKIYA Omtatah is trying to react to. Please watch this video.
It's in the public domain. I'm the immediate security minister for our country after you appointed me 2 years ago. And during those 2 years, I have had to ask myself whether the highest interest is the public interest, or there is a higher interest called the national interest. Because the public itself could hurt the national interest. And the Constitution talks about the national interest in two places, at the beginning and also in the chapter on national security. Other than the parameters and principles that the courts are helping us to understand about public interest, are there other higher values, primordial, existential, fundamental principles which are crucial to the existence of Kenya? Because the public can be mobilized, or can mobilize itself to do the wrong things that threaten the existence of the state. And therefore, that is the next frontier of jurisprudence I would invite us to start thinking about, and the Supreme Court can help us in that regard.
Now, very well, ladies and gentlemen, that is what Professor Kithure Kindiki said, the Deputy President. Now, in reaction to that statement, OKIYA Omtatah said the following. He said, It's crucial to remain vigilant, as the state can sometimes be mobilized to pursue actions that may threaten the very existence and rights of its citizens. That is OKIYA responding to Kithure Kindiki. And he said again, the state is created to serve and protect the public interests, reflecting a core tenet of our constitutional framework. In this regard, it becomes clear that there is no higher value than the welfare and rights of the public. When public interest is compromised or ignored, the essence of national interest falters. It is crucial to remain vigilant, as the state can sometimes be mobilized to pursue actions that may threaten the very existence and rights of its citizens. So that's a very bold statement coming from Senator OKIYA Omtatah, the Busia senator. Now, do you think what Kithure Kindiki said was right? Kithure Kindiki is trying to tell the judges, that they should not listen to the common mwananchi. Because it's national interest vis-a-vis the public interest. Now, that the judiciary should always prioritize the national interest. What it simply means is like this, for the case of, let's talk about the housing levy. When the government introduced the housing levy, first it was optional. Then it was the money was refundable. Then it shifted from that status to being mandatory, non-refundable, and you're not assured of that housing unit. See, that is what it leads us to. Now, the big question, ladies and gentlemen, is this. If that is the case, the government can wake up one day and say, now, all of you should pay 10,000, 10,000, because we need that money to be able to repay our loan. 10,000, not well explained, and we are supposed to pay. So what Kithure Kindiki is trying to tell us is that the judges should just okay that policy, without considering the public outrage. They should just okay it, just like that. And that's very dangerous for the nation, because now it means we will have a scenario where many people are resigning from their jobs because working will not be to benefit yourself, but it will be to benefit the government. Nobody's trying to say that people should not pay taxes. People should pay taxes. But the fact that what Kithure Kindiki is advising the judges has not been received well by majority. In fact, the reaction I've come across, if I was to read all those reactions, you'll be shocked. I've not come across a reaction that supports that position. Even from the people I expected would have supported the motion, the idea, none seems to be supporting. In fact, many people are saying that is one of the that is the first public blunder that Kithure Kindiki has committed, after being in office as the deputy president. Of course, the people who have praised him, if I was to go there, are only people who are looking at the grammar, how he presented himself. Some were saying that he was a bit shaking. I don't know whether you observed it, but I thought, he's trying to adjust to the new status. I can say that. But as to whether he was shaking, maybe you can just go below and tell us whether you also noticed that Kithure Kindiki was not steady. Like he was there was some kind of jitters. I don't know, I didn't see that, but some people have said that is what they observed. So the people praised Kindiki for that speech he made or issued there because of the grammar, how he presented his idea there. If you look at how Gachagua has been presenting his, you'd say that Professor Kindiki is really a professor of the law. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you make of this position from OKIYA Omtatah? Telling Kenyans to be vigilant, very vigilant. Just like the Gen Zs were very vigilant, and they had the finance bill struck out. Now, ladies and gentlemen, perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Till we catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.